All right, those are the latest visuals we are bringing to you of the last rites of Aditya Bal, who was martyred in the MiG-21 crash. The Indian Air Force pilot was martyred in Rajasthan during that crash, and these are the latest visuals we are bringing to you. He's been accorded a gun salute. Remember, the Indian Air Force has also been flagging off the matter of the MiG-21 fighters consuming pilot lives. This is the latest case or incident in which Flight Lieutenant Advitiya Bal lost his life during a crash. The MiG-21 fighter gets crashed in Rajasthan. And for more details, let's quickly go across to Tejinder on the phone line. Tejinder, we can see these are some heart-wrenching visuals. A young life lost again to another MiG-21 fighter crash. If you could take us through the latest.
Yes, you see another life lost at just 26. Flight Lieutenant Advitiya Bal laid down his life for the nation. But you see, the parents are saying that MiG-21, which is a very old aircraft, should no longer be in the service because it has become a flying coffin for the young pilots. But we know that now a court of inquiry has already been initiated by the Indian Air Force to find the reason of this air crash. But today, when the entire nation is paying their last respect to this brave son of Jammu who laid down his life for the nation, this was a crash that happened during a routine training exercise in the Barmer area district of Rajasthan. Early this morning, the mortal remains of this young lad from Jammu, they were brought to his native village in the Araspura sector. We saw how the entire area, the Araspura sector, people from various walks of life from all the adjacent areas, they came to pay their last respects, to show their solidarity, express their condolences with the family in their hour of grief. At 26, this is not the age to die, but one thing which the family feels proud is that the mortal remains of their son came home wrapped in tricolor. But they are also grieving because they lost their young son. The family was preparing to see him get married. So there were preparations for this going on within the family. But speaking about Advitiya Bal, he was an ideal for the youth in the area because Advitiya, from his a very young age, wanted to don the uniform, wanted to serve the nation, and he cracked the examination. Then he cracked the SSB interview, and finally he got his wings. And he got appointed in one of the most coveted wing of the Indian Air Force, that is the fighter wing. But today, when his mortal remains reached home, this was a moment of grief for the entire family because they never had imagined in their wildest of dreams that this day would come when their young son at just 26 years of age would come home wrapped in tricolors. So the family, the grief of the family cannot be expressed in words. We are seeing that a large number of people from all the adjacent areas, they have come to the Bal family to express their solidarity, show their condolences. But yes, the people also want an answer. They have been seeking an answer from the authorities that why this flying coffin is still being allowed in the Air Force, why this has not been removed from the Air Force, decommissioned, because this is an obsolete machine. We should have long been decommissioned. But now we are told that the MiG-21 fleet would continue to fly in the Indian Air Force till 2025, so 3 more years. So the family, though they feel proud of the fact that the mortal remains of their son came home back wrapped in tricolor, but they are also grieving that at just 26 years of age, they lost their young son who from his early childhood wanted to serve the nation. The relatives who have been speaking to the media, they say that had Advitiya died in a combat operation, they would have been more proud of the fact that he served the nation. He gave the supreme sacrifice while safeguarding the territorial integrity
Right.
of the nation. But now that he lost his life in such an accident, knowing the fact that this is an obsolete machine, the Air Force should have decommissioned it so that precious lives could be saved. Yes.
All right. Many thanks, Tejinder, for bringing in those inputs. Absolutely tragic, the death of the young Aditya Bal. We'll keep bringing you more on that as we keep tracking the last rites of Advitiya Bal. For now, it's time to slip into a short break as news and updates.